Will Lummus, Reno Rodeo champion. How does that sound?
Man, it's been a long time coming. I feel like 9 years, man. I've been here 9 years. Never made the short round. I've always wanted this pair of Spurs, and there's, guys like Hunter Cure that have won this rodeo 3 or 4 times, but to be Reno Rodeo champion and to start the summer, that's a huge thing for us is, I feel like there's a gateway to our summer run, and Reno and Greeley have always been kind of the gateway for me. So, and I've never really had any luck this week. I always kind of get kicked off next week. So to have a huge week this week is man, it's great to get it started. Yeah.
6 times to the NFR. I think you got an average title.
Yeah, 7.
Maybe 7 times to the NFR. 18 to 24. Pardon me.
Yeah.
Math is off.
No, you're good.
You got an average title. Gold buckle still awaits.
Yeah.
But Silver Spurs, where do those rank?
Man, up there. They're up there, man. It's especially like I said, man. This rodeo pays so much money. I mean, it pays $6,500 to win a round. I mean, the average pays over $9,000. And then the short round too. I mean, it's a huge rodeo for us. It's a huge rodeo. I mean, this is one of the big summer rodeos, like everybody talks about. San Antonio, Houston, Austin, all them winter rodeos. This is one of those. This is one of those rodeos, and had a great winter. So maybe we can just kick it off here at Reno and just have a huge summer too, and maybe go in with enough lead where they can't catch us this year. We'll see.
Hey, good luck to you. Dakota Eldridge, someone we follow around these parts, of course, the Elko Cowboy. He's won Reno before in 2017. You Bulldoggers are all very close. Just talk about Dakota and just the bond you guys all have in this particular discipline.
Yeah, Dakota and I are really close in age. Made the college finals together, made the high school finals together. I've known Dakota forever. Rodeoed with Dakota for, out of my 9 years of rodeoing, me and him have rodeoed together probably 4 of those, on and all 4 or 5 of those years. So, huge teammate, positive teammate, a winner. Can't say enough good things about him, yeah.
You're on a bit of a heater right now. What's going right and what went right specifically in Reno for you?
Drawing, I drew good steers. I had good steers here. Some of them were a little, like my short round steer, they had been decent on him, but they had some bad luck on him too, So, the main thing for us is it boils down to the horsepower. And we're riding, Dakota and I both are riding Swamper, which is a horse we rode at the National Finals this year, owned by Broomtree Ranch. And Winston McGraw Hayes Force owned Lucky, and Winston's family owns both horses. So just being able to have that team of horses under both of us, and hopefully the Lord's got his hands on them because, hopefully they stay healthy all summer because Dakota and I are on a roll. And, Lord willing, they stay healthy and we can keep winning.
Yeah. I know the horse's health comes before your own.
Yeah, they eat breakfast before us, and it's, we get a bad rap from Pete and everybody that we don't take care of stuff, but man, that's how we make our living. Yeah.
If you could humor me, for folks that don't know, when you say you have a good steer, if you could just give me in a nutshell what that actually means.
For me, I feel like, sometimes guys just want really electric steers that almost throw themselves, and that's always really good. Steers that have a lot of action. When you catch the head, like, number one, they leave good. When the gates open, they go through the gates good. And that goes back to your pusher, too, that has, I pushed 6 steers tonight, getting steers going where you can actually take the start and not have to second guess it. But, it's easier when the steer does that. He leaves good. He's good to catch, doesn't stop, anything like that. And then has a lot of action. Like when you catch his head, he wants to come by you and have what we call action. But, I feel like at this point in our career, mine and Dakota and Stetson Jorgensen and all those guys that have made the finals multiple times, if we can just find an honest animal that leaves when the gates open, lets you catch him, we can usually do the rest. So, you have a steer like Riley Duval's tonight that didn't leave great. Steer wasn't awesome on the ground. Unfortunately, he was high call. He had a chance to win Reno Rodeo and just kind of drew one that Dakota Eldridge made the short round on and made a good run on him, but just wasn't what a guy needed. Like I said, nothing really wrong with the steer. He just wasn't as honest as some of them other ones. So that's kind of what that means in a nutshell. You just want one to be honest.
Thanks for breaking that out for me. All right, Cowboy Christmas about to jump into. Where are you heading?
Livingston Monday, Montana. Cody, Wyoming, Tuesday. Supposed to be Red Lodge, Montana, and Oakley, Utah on Wednesday. But we'll go to Red Lodge, Montana that morning, and we're making the short round at Greeley, Colorado. So we'll have to turn Oakley out, fly to Greeley, and run our short round steer. And then we got to get from there to Basin City, Washington on Thursday night. And let's see here. Friday night, Malala, Oregon. Saturday, St. Paul, Oregon. Got a day off, which is on the 6th. And then Dakota and I will drive to Calgary. We'll be at Calgary 7th, 8th, and 9th. So, busy.
First things first, how we celebrate in Reno?
Well, we're driving to Elko, Nevada to Dakota's house. We're going to put horses up, and I'm sure we'll have a couple of drinks, and just kind of have fun. But it's, we're so busy this time of year, we don't get to celebrate much, but on the days off, we'll celebrate the wins. And, the biggest thing with rodeoing and making a living rodeoing is not you want to celebrate, but you don't want to take your past defeat or your past win to the next rodeo, because ultimately this is a humbling sport, So, I just won Reno. I might not win a check for the next 3 weeks, and that's just the name of the game. That's how we play this game. And, so we're going to celebrate it, because it's a huge win. But at the same time, we're going to stay humble, and we're just going to keep doing our deal and hopefully stay hot.
You got some Spurs, though. Congrats, Will.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we got Spurs, yeah.